Welcome back to Sketching with Clip Studio Paint. I'm Nala, and here's one of the sketches I did before for a line art coloring sharing. At this point, the coloring exchange has not been completed yet or begun much, but I'll get to poking my buddy about that. What I did for this piece, now I'm trying to find ways to make line art that's really easy and quick with Clip Studio. And one of the ways that I've managed to utilize was paper mode. Now, in Clip Studio Paint, you've got these great effect modes for your layer properties. You can set it to have screen tone, types of screen tone that you want, and the size of screen tone. That doesn't matter. You can turn that on and off at any time, and it's not going to rasterize until you've actually told the layer to rasterize that. It's not really necessary. Here I have it set to monochrome. Now monochrome is going to control on a threshold for whatever tones you have on your actual drawing. Here is a copy of what that picture is like. I start working on gray, and I just painted along as I really like to do with my oil paintbrush. And when I had a sketch that I really liked, I had to bring out a lot more white and blacks and so on. And I added clothes on top of them. This was an attempt to just redraw everything with vector lines. You select a vector format, and then you can just paint on with your normal brushes and whatnot, and then you can come and control the lines themselves afterwards and alter thickness and so on. It's really nice, but for what I was doing, it was a bit too tedious for what I wanted. So here I have it on monochrome. I had the monochrome threshold activated because gray tone was the original setting for this file. As you can see, there's no extra effect added onto the layer format. So if I set it to monochrome, there we go. That is the monochrome effect. I can adjust the threshold. This is set to 136. And it's going to depend on the level of gray that you want to work with. This is, if reducing the number for the color threshold means you're selecting that the line between black and white is going to be an even darker gray. Things are getting lighter, and that means that grays that are even darker are now going to be acknowledged as white. So if you increase it more so, I put here 166, you can actually see the outside line that I've painted to highlight the contour more. And nothing is perfect here. So we're going to put that back to grayscale, and we're going to see how much grays are variable throughout the picture itself. So now that we set it to monochrome, it's going to create a nice piece of crisp line art. So if you want one with lots of detail, because this is going to be pixel per pixel, there's going to be no anti-aliasing. So you'll want to work a little bit bigger than you usually do to have nice smooth lines. I liked how this turned out, and it was a fun approach with utilizing the layer formats. Let's increase the threshold here. Now it's going to be an even paler gray where the threshold of black and white is going to be, and it's gotten even darker. So that's what that does. How about we try 136 was the original, wasn't it? Yeah, I had it to 136. Let's set that back. Fabulous. Now, let's do another sketch. And we're going to do the same effect. We're going to work in some grayscale. So we're going to put in a level of gray, fill that up, bucket. All right. Oil brush. Let's get a nice big fat brush here. Fat flat. And let's see. So I had that character there. We're just going to put a character. It doesn't matter. This is simply about the process of how to make some very simple line art when you're doing paint type style of work straight into Clip Studio. I love to do that myself. Okay. Now we are going to start to apply that measure we added before. Go to layer properties. If you don't have that open, you can always access it through the Windows menu, layer property, right there. And then you set that to monochrome. Now the fun thing about this is that you can have your paper at actually a color if you want, or doesn't matter, and you can turn on the color that you want to have enabled. If you just want to have the black laid out and you got a gradient working underneath, that's what you can do. If you just want the white, just the white, click just the white, there you go. You're going to get that across. So that's the fun thing with the monochrome and the effects that you can do with that. So this is the sort of thing I have going on at the moment. And I have the threshold kind of mid-range. Alright, so I'll work with that. I'll work with that. If I use my blend tool, I'm going to just zoom in lots right here so that you can see super close. Whoa, back up a bit. How much this is going to go. Let's put that back to gray. So we have that so far, and we've got just some cell notches. Wow, that's where that is. So if you want to use blur, it's going to do stuff like this, and that's a lot of fun. And you can also use your spray for highlight and just enhance where that's going to go. So what that looks like in gray looks like this. So let's just undo that and do that. So that's the sort of effect we're going to be getting out of that. Let's try to work a little bit more on our highlights. And I really like this because there's this openness and permission to just play around so much with the feel, the style of the oil brushes. Let's set that to monochrome, and we're gonna actually bring down the threshold a bit. Add up a touch. I kind of do like that, so I'm gonna go back to gray and continue working with that idea. So whites, get that mixing super nice. I love sketching with the black and white. And so let's set that back to monochrome. So okay, so we got that going on. We're gonna shrink the brush a bit, and we're just gonna work out those lines a little bit better. A little bit cleaner. Soft one? Okay. Here, gray, back to this. Nice. It's garbage day. Oh, so if you keep working that inside the monochrome, I love that feeling that you've got right here. Let's highlight there a little bit. Is it black? I really don't remember. Not that black, really. Oh, because I had the wrong selection brush. Wee. Oil paint regular. Back to monochrome. Good. All right. So one of the important things to consider For example, here is how some lines are going to be affected and the effect that you want for, like, for a reflection in eyes. All right, and that's how to manage a simple, quick line art when you're actually using uh, painting-like tools. Oh, so much fun! Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's this week's tip on sketching with clip. Have fun, keep drawing, and don't forget to send in those suggestions here or on my DeviantArt account. If you need some help with your drawing, I'd gladly like to have a look, and I would very much like to help feature all the rest of you in my channel. Have a great time.